What is it?
Hello, is it audible?
Yes, I can hear
Hello.
you.
Okay. Hi, Mama. Right?
So is there anybody else who will join, or is it just one person?
Pardon? I didn't get you.
So when are you starting?
Now, shall we start now?
Sure.
Hello.
Yes, I said sure. Start. You can start.
Okay. Now, shall we discuss only advanced Java or core Java?
Advanced Java. I'm familiar with core Java.
Hello. Your voice is not clear.
I'm familiar with core Java.
You are familiar with core Java.
Yeah.
Okay. You want only advanced Java?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. I'm
One
not
minute.
sure why you are not able to hear me properly.
1 minute. 1 minute. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Now, uh, you need only advanced Java, meaning JDBC, Servlets, and JSP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are the topics you need?
So the topics, whichever comes under advanced Java, like servlets, JSP, RMI, struts, Hibernate, Springs.
Okay. Actually, those are not comes under advanced Java. Those will come under J2EE. Those are the frameworks. Start, Spring, Hibernate. Those are the frameworks.
Okay.
I will show simple course content to you. Right. I hope. Right. It will. In that only the advanced Java only the servlets JDBC servlet JSP.
Okay. So
Okay. Those remaining
J2
every
J2E
J2EE.
is J2EE is also a version of Java, right? A flavor of Java.
Yeah, flavor of Java only. Are you able to see
So
my desktop?
why is it not uh, Java?
It's Java only. Java, J2EE in the sense Java Enterprise Editions.
Yeah. So Hibernate and Springs, these are the frameworks developed based on J2EE, right?
Those based on the frameworks, Enterprise Edition. No, those are built based on the again Servlets JSP only, advanced program. Actually, Java program is divided into different kinds of modules actually. Right? One is called JSC, another one is called Advanced Java, next one is JEE. Okay, JSC in the sense Java Standard Edition. That's we are calling it core of Java.
Right.
Okay, the core of Java. In advanced, when I come to the advanced Java concepts, the threads and those things will come. But actually, apart from that, okay, are you able to see my desktop? It is a
Yeah.
AWT and Swings, little
Mm-hmm.
bit. Okay, and JDBC. It's called database connectivity. There are different kinds of topics inside this. Right, there are servlets. Okay, now
Right.
the servlets.
AWT and Swings, these are for graphical user interface.
Yeah, graphical user interface.
Right.
Graphical user interface. You just now you asked that RMI, right? Remote method invocation,
Mm-hmm.
that we can implement by using this. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now next one is servlets, and the last one is called JSP. In JSP we are going to discuss about some part of XML at the same time JSTL and expression language also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is about up to here. This is about advanced Java concepts. Apart from this, there's the EJBs, enterprise Java beans, web services, struts, Spring, Hibernate. Those are
Mm-hmm.
called we are called the frameworks. That's a different framework. It takes some time. JEE.
So J2EE is the advanced Java, right? But the
Meaning
frameworks,
instead of in the advanced Java, it's a more than advanced Java.
what do you mean more than?
more, and that's what I'm saying, that actually the Java is divided into, what you are thinking, that's an advanced Java, right? Advanced Java means if you want to understand those things, JWE concept, first we should understand the JDBC, Servlets and JSP.
Right.
If you,
So
the moment you understand the JDBC, Servlet, JSP, then only we can understand the remaining topics.
right. So basically, the Spring and these frameworks, they use these modules
Yes.
to implement.
Yes. Actually, at the bottom level, there will be a core of Java. On top of core of Java, there will be an advanced Java. On top of advanced Java, there is a JWE. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
framework.
Okay,
It is
I see.
structure of Java actually.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what are we covering today?
Okay. You are seeing now here AWT swings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now next one is JDBC.
Mm-hmm.
Next servlets.
Mm-hmm.
Next JSP.
Mm-hmm.
In JSP, we are going to cover in the expression language and JSTL.
Mm-hmm.
In JSTL, we are going to discuss about custom tags also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Apart from this, we are going to discuss about EJBs,
Mm-hmm.
Enterprise Java Bean,
Mm-hmm.
Enterprise Java Bean, and next we are going to discuss about XML.
Mm-hmm.
Next frameworks like Struts, Spring, Hibernate.
Mm-hmm. So
Still,
these are all just tag languages, right?
which one?
Beans, Java beans.
Java Beans is not a tag-based language. JSP is a tag-based language. JSP, JSTLs are tag-based language. XML is
So
tag-based language.
how is Java beans different from JSP?
The Java Bean, JSP is totally tag-based. Tag-based in the
Mm-hmm.
sense we are using the markup over there, like less than symbol, greater than symbol.
Mm-hmm.
When I come to the Java Bean, the Java Bean is a simple Java class only. It's like we are writing the class. You know, you have an idea on core Java, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now are you able to see my desktop now?
Yeah, I can see your desktop.
Right, now class, I'm writing the simple class is called simple one. I'm writing the simple. Is it a class, right? I'm declaring some variables in as that I'm going to take is an employee class. Right? I'm taking the simple
Yeah,
number, employee number.
right.
I'm taking the other one, employee name.
Mhm.
Right? Now, are you following? Right.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I
write.
can see your desktop now.
Okay. Now class employee. Are you able to see two variables?
Mm-hmm.
Employee number, employee name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Employee number, employee name. Here I'm going to write some data to read the data. Void read. Okay. I'm writing one method to write the data. Right. What I'm going to do? Employee number equal to some. I'm entering 101. Right. Employee name equal to. I'm writing something. Okay. Now you. Some name I entered. Next I written another method. Void. I'm writing display method. Clear? What I'm doing over here is I'm displaying these values. System dot out dot println. You have an idea what is the employee message, what is the method, what is the class and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I'm saying directly. Right? Employee name. Now look at this. Here there are two properties, employee number, employee name, two methods, read method and display method. Right? It is simple Java
Right.
class or not?
Mm-hmm.
Java class, right?
Right.
Okay, it is simple Java class. Now,
Mm-hmm.
whenever it is a simple Java class, I want to convert this into the bean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if you want to convert into the bean, we need to follow 3-4 rules first.
Mm-hmm.
The first rule is all variables must be under private scope.
Mm-hmm.
All variables like properties must be under private scope. It's the first rule.
Mm-hmm.
Clear? You know the idea of constructor?
Right.
Okay,
So
constructor.
you directly started with beans. I thought you will first cover JDBC and other
No, I will
basic.
cover that one. Just I'm introducing to you. You asked the question, right? How you
Okay,
are
I see.
differentiating the bean and JSP. You asked some question, right? That's what I asked. I'm not
Okay.
starting the class now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm clarifying your doubt.
Okay.
You are clear, right? I'm starting from again. I will cover some topics. Already you know some
Mm-hmm.
inheritance concept, in interface concept, right? Again, I will refresh your
Yeah.
mind based on the code Java concept because you need to follow my flow, right? You need to understand my
Yeah.
teaching first.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, first because of that reason, because of that, 1-2 sessions. First, I will cover interface, inheritance, polymorphism that I need first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to cover those things. 1-2-3 sessions. Just I want to refresh your mind. Once I refresh your mind, then only I will jump into JDBC concepts.
Okay.
I will start step by step only. First, I will start JDBC, then I will start Servlet, then I will start JSP, then I will start JSTL, then I will start Beans.
Okay.
Okay, after that, if you require any frameworks, then I will start the frameworks.
Okay.
Okay, now private, and look at this. Now I'm saying that it's simple Java class. You are asking that it's a tag-based language, right? But it's not tag-based language. The first rule is called, it's an employee number under private scope. You know what is the constructor, right? Now the constructor in the sense, each and every class, they must have one constructor, default constructor. Okay, there is no method called read method like this. It's a constructor. Okay, this constructor must be under public scope. Right? Now next, on each and every variable, we need to write one set method and get method. Are you following? Hello?
I know all these concepts. You can go ahead. If I have any question, I will stop you.
Okay, public, this I'm going to say this one void. Okay, I'm saying the set e number, envo. Right? Set envo. When the set envo is expecting one variable, that variable is called number. Now here what I'm going to do, e number equal to number. Right? The simple set e number. At the same way, there's another method that is called get e number. For each and every method, we need to write one get method and set method. It's called get envo. When say the get envo, there is no parameter, there is only return type. The return type is called right, return e number. Here return type is integer. Okay. Now the same way, there are another two methods on another variable. That variable is called employee number, employee name. Set e name. Okay. The parameter is name. Right. Here I am assigning this to name to e name. Right. At the same way, there's another one, get e name. It's going to return e name. The return type is string. You understood, right? This one. It's a simple class. The class is having two variables. The variables must be under private scope. It is first rule. Hello.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Now it's a private variable. So these two are the private variables. It must be under private scope. Now every class must have the one default constructor. The class must have the default constructor. It's a constructor, right? It is a constructor, right? This constructor is by hello.
I understand. Every class needs a default constructor, and
just give some. Okay, just give some echo like cycle or sound. Otherwise, I'm not getting. Right now, the class, right? Class is a default constructor. The next each and every variable, employee number, employee name is a variable, is a property. On each and every property, we need to write one set method, one get method. Okay, look at this envo, set envo, get envo. At the same way, set e name, get e name. Right? On each and every, if there are 5 variables, we need to write 5 set methods and 5 get methods. If there are 10 variables, we need to write 10 set methods and 10 get methods. Set methods are used to store the value into the object variables. Get method is used to retrieve the value from the object variables.
Right.
Okay. Now set method return type is void. Get method return type is integer. Why integer over here? Employee number type is integer. Okay.
So you are not passing any variable to your constructor. Your constructor should take all the variables you have defined and put the values.
No, we can write parameters constructor also if you want. If you want, we can write a parameter constructor, but at least we need to write at least default constructor over here. We can write parameter constructor like this.
Alright, but this will always initialize them to a single value. So.
Yes, we can write like this. We can write a parameters constructor like this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with all these concepts. You can go ahead.
Okay. Now these are about the constructor. Now the employee is not a normal class. The employee is a bean class now. We can call the employees bean class because it's having the all properties of bean. What is the first rule? First property. This all properties must be under private scope. Second one, it must have one default constructor. Third one, okay, on each and every variable, we need to write one get method, one set method. then we can call it as not a normal Java class. The employee is a bean class now. This is about bean. Is there any tag based over here? No tag based, right? No tag based. We are considering it's a bean class. EDB is not a tag based language. Only JSP is a tag based language. JSTL is a tag based language. Okay, this is about simple concept. This is about simple one is called beans. Clear? The tag based and normal bean?
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Okay, this is about bean concept. Right? Now on which topic we can discuss on demo? In demo?
JDBC.
JDBC, shall I start only JDBC? Okay. Now, actually JDBC in the sense the name itself is a Java database connectivity. Right? I hope you know some Oracle queries, SQL queries.
No.
Hello?
I am not aware of that.
Okay, SQL queries you don't know. What is the like insert query, delete query, those queries you don't know?
No.
No. Look at this. I want to store some data into the database. Simple. My requirement is I want to store some data into the database. Simple. Right? If you want to store the data into the database, we need to write some queries. Okay, if you want to store the data, we need to write insert query. That I will show when I am going to the real-time example. But here, look at this. We need to write one query like, right? First, we need to in the database. First, we need to create one table like this. Create, okay, table name. So that we are going to create the employee table. Right? The employee table is having two columns. Simple. Right? Look at a simple one. I'll show it in different style.
Actually, right? I was trying to configure my Eclipse with the database.
Yeah, I will show everything. I'll show everything. It's just simple demo, right? That's what. When we start the classes, actually, I will show the entire thing Eclipse only through Eclipse and Oracle. Which database you will use?
A MySQL.
Okay. I will connect with the MySQL only. Okay. Now look at this. In the MySQL, there is one database, one table. It's a table. This table is called, assume that is a customer table. It is customer table. Assume that is a customer table. This customer table is having three columns. Customer number, customer name, okay? Customer number, right? Customer name, the three columns. Customer name and gender. The three columns over here, right? Now, here, in this table, I want to store some data. I want to store 101, the customer number, right? Customer name, I want to store some ABC, right? The customer gender, I want to store some male. Again, I want to store another data. The data is called 102. Okay, the customer name is called XYZ. The gender is female. Okay, I want to store the data here in the table. The table is existing in the database in a different platform, right? Now, this data I want to store from Java. Are you following? Okay, now simple one. Okay, a simple example. You are going to register in one site. Okay, we are going to register into one site. Simple example, Facebook or Yahoo or Gmail. We are going to register into that site. Okay, if you want to register, you are going to open one registration form. That's called front-end UI concept. Okay, you are entering some data into that. After entering the data, you are clicking the submit button. Right? Once you click the submit button, your data will be stored where? Your data will be stored in the database. Your data will be stored into the database. Okay, where you are entering the data? We are entering the data at front-end side, UI. That's called HTML pages. Or Adobe Flex pages. Ultimately, UI, web UI pages. In HTML, assume that it's an HTML page. We are entering the data into the HTML page. Okay, that data will be stored into the database once you click the submit button. Or you are entering the login email ID password, or you are going to log in. The moment you enter the email ID password, that email ID password is checked with the database. Already your email ID password is existing in the database, right? Your details are already available in the database, Yahoo database or Facebook database. Already your details are existing in the database. Okay. Once you enter the email ID password, that email ID password is checked with your database. Okay. If you are authenticated user, then you are getting the home page. Otherwise, you are getting the error page. Clear?
Right.
Yeah. Now, but actually you are entering at the front end side, but your data is existing in the database. Okay, you are entering the data. Look at this. You are entering the data. You are entering here. Here you are entering the email number, email ID. You are entering the password here. Okay, it is checked with your database. Assume that it's a database. Okay, it's checked with the database. Now from here, your database checked with this one, but actually there is no direct communication from here to here. Assume that it's an HTML language, right? Hypertext markup language. It's a front-end language, right? It is assume that it's your database. The database is called MySQL database. It's a MySQL database. It's an HTML language. It's a MySQL database. Now, from here to here, there is no direct communication actually. Meaning, until now, there is no front-end tool is directly communicating with the database. Then we need some language. That language is called middleware language, like interface. Okay, this middleware, this is called middleware. We are calling this is called front-end. That's called UI. Okay, this we are calling the back-end. This is like a database. Right? There is no direct communication from front end to back end, so that it takes the help of middleware. The front end is interact with the middleware is interact with your back end database. Again, your database is interact with the middleware. Now is interacting with your front end. Are you following this? Okay, this middleware we are calling it as Java or PHP or .NET. It may be any kind of language. Okay, so until now there is no front end tool directly interact with the database, so that it's taking the help of some middleware language. That language is called simple. One of the language is called Java. Right? Then what happens once you enter the email ID password, your Java program is taking the email ID password from the front end, like user, and checks with the database. Checks with the database whether the email ID password is existing in the database or not. If it is existing, it shows to you login page. It shows to you home page, welcome page. If the email ID password is not matched with your database, then it shows error page. Who will do that? Who will take care about that one? That is taken care by the Java. Okay, are you following? Okay, it's taken care by the Java. Now, simple. At the same way, you are going to register into the Facebook. Once you register, assume that is your form, registration form. It's a registration form, right? In the registration form, you are entering you are providing all the details. Right, first name, last name, gender, and everything you are providing. And once you click the submit button, okay, what your Java will do? The Java will take all the values, whatever you are entered to the UI. Okay, it takes all the values and stores into the database. Now, whenever you use the login, whenever you enter the email ID password, it checks with your database and gives the details. But ultimately, what happens over there? It pulls the Java is acting as a middleware. It's a mediator. It's like an interface. Okay, now in this one, but how it's going to be the Java, how the Java is going to connect with the database. Okay, the Java is going to be connected with database by using the one package. That package is called SQL, java.sql package. SQL, java.sql package. The Java is already, it's a powerful object-oriented programming language. It contains collection thousands of packages. In that, one of the powerful packages is called java.sql. Okay, this java.sql package is providing to us, okay, different kinds of classes, the bunch of classes and bunch of interfaces and methods to interact with the database. Okay, that's the meaning of java.sql package. That we are calling it JDBC. JDBC in the sense Java database connectivity. Okay, the JDBC the Java connectivity we are implementing by using the package is called java.sql package. In this, we are going to follow different kinds of rules and regulations. By using the rules and regulations, we are going to connect with hitting the database. This is about simple introduction about the JDBC, right? But how the Java is going to take the data from the front end? This is a front end, right? It's an HTML page. Just now I told that these are the HTML pages, right? Okay, these are the HTML pages. Now Java is taking the data from the HTML pages and hand over to the database table, place into the database table. If you want to see your profiles, then what happens? It pulls the data. That's called view. At the same way, each and every time. At the time, we are going to use the concept called we are wrapping the JDBC into the servlet. When we combine the servlet and JDBC combined together, then we can implement the three layer. What is three layer over here? Front end, middleware, and back end. The front end is an HTML language. The middleware is a Java language. The back end is a MySQL language. There are three kinds of language. What we are doing, we are able to establish the communication between the three languages by using the concepts called JDBC and servlets. Understood, right? Now I'll show the simple steps how we can connect this one. So how we can do. I'll show the simple one. I'll show the simple PPT. I'll give the different kinds of examples. I'll show the different kinds of examples to you. Okay, that no problem. I'll show the simple diagram, a simple JDBC drivers. Look at this, it's a simple one. How we can connect. There are different kinds of drivers are existing over here to connect to that. Okay. Now there are different kinds of. One is called JDBC ODBC driver, native driver, network driver, and thin driver. Okay. Now the popular one is thin driver. When we start the class, I will discuss each and every driver clearly. Okay, there is thin driver. Look at this. Java application is a Java program. Java program is using the thin driver. The thin driver is going to interact with the database. Clear? There's one driver we are going to use. Now how we can connect it? This one, so look at this simple one. I'm going to say this to you. Right? It's a simple Java one. Now when we start, when we say take this one, okay, we need to follow some steps. Okay, connecting. Simple. Our goal is this one. Connecting to MySQL database. Connecting to MySQL database through Java. It's our goal. Okay, through Java we are going to connect to the MySQL database. For this we need to follow some rules and regulations, some steps. The first step is we need to load the driver first. Driver. What is the driver first of all? Load the driver. Load the driver in the sense Oracle is one driver. Oracle database is having one driver. MySQL is having one driver. DB2 is having one driver. Postgre is having one driver. These are the different kinds of databases. Each and every database is having its own kind of driver. Okay, that driver we need to load first at the Java side. Okay, the Java is a program. It is the object-oriented programming language. The Java can interact with the Oracle database. Java can interact with the MySQL database. Java can interact with the DB2 database. Java can interact with any kind of database actually. Java can interact with any kind of database. But watch which database we are going to be connected. As a programmer, we need to inform to the Java program. Okay, by loading the driver. Here we are informing that. Okay, go and connect to the which one? MySQL database. Go and connect to the Oracle database. Go and connect to the DB2 database. We are by loading the driver. We are informing to the Java program. That's called loading the driver. The second one is called.
So
okay.
Where do we load driver in Eclipse?
No, in program itself. We'll write one method. In method we need to give one path. I'll show that.
Okay.
I'll show that. Just I'm saying the steps, procedure, how we can proceed, how we can connect. If you know this procedure, easily we can connect. We'll not commit any mistake. Okay. Second one is called creating a connection. After this, creating a connection. Connection to whom? Creating a connection in the sense establishing the bridge between Java to database. Just now I told the database is a different platform, different language, and Java is different language, right? Hello? Okay, different languages. When both are in different languages, now Java is going to be, we need to establish some bridge on these two languages. That's called creating a connection. Okay, after creating the connection, right? After creating the connection, we need to create a statement. We need to create a statement. After creating the statement, we need to execute the queries. What are the queries? Queries in the sense, if you want to write the data into the database, we need to write some queries. Like insert query, like create query, like delete query. First I will discuss those things also. I hope you don't have an idea in queries, right? Hello?
I know the big queries.
You know, right? You know or you don't know?
Yeah, I know basic queries only.
Okay, insert query, delete query,
I know
you know.
basic queries only.
Okay, no problem, right? Yeah. Now that queries, if you want to execute the queries, we need to write, that's called execute query. These 4 steps we need to follow. First one is loading the driver, okay, which indicates that what kind of database we are going to be connected. Once it is informed to the Java, next we need to create a connection. After creating the connection, we need to create a statement.
Okay.
After creating the statement, we need to execute the queries. These 4 steps we need to follow, minimum steps. Clear? But how we are going to follow? Now I'll show the simple program to you. There are different kinds of programs, but I'll show the simple program to you. Yeah, I'll show the MySQL database program only. The program. Look at this. Okay, forget about this entire thing. Right? Now how we are going to load the driver? Look at this. Are you able to see the class.forName? Okay. Now here we are giving the it's called driver name. What is this? What is this one? It's a driver name for the MySQL. com.mysql.jdbc.driver.
Okay.
Okay, it's a called driver name. Okay, this driver name we are informing to the Java by using the method is called for name. For name is a method. But where the for name is existing? The for name is existing in the class. The class is a class name, C capital. Okay, because of static method we are invoking through class name.
So class is defined in which library?
The class is defined in the Java.lang library.
Okay.
The Java.lang library. It will define in the class.lang. Java.lang. It's supermost package, right? Okay, in that library. Now class is a class name. The for name is a static method. I hope you know the difference between the non-static and static. Okay, non-static can be called only through object, but static can be called through class name. Okay. Now by using this statement, we are loading the driver. What meaning? The Java program is going to be connected to the one database. Now what kind of database is going to be connected? That we are informing here. After this, it is called creating the connection. Okay, how we are going to create a connection? By using the method called get connection. Once you say the get connection, then what happens? Okay, get connection is a method, static method in driver manager class. Okay, this driver manager is existing in the predefined package. The package is called java.sql package. Okay, now in the get connection is taking different kinds of parameters, 3 kinds of parameters. The first parameter is called path. What is the path over here? The JDBC is a URL. It's like a protocol. Okay, HTTP protocol like protocol. JDBC : MySQL is a protocol. Where local host. What is the local host? Where database is running. If the database is running in your local machine, we are giving the local host. Otherwise, we are giving the IP address 10.12.3.1. Are you following? It's called IP address. If it is existing in your local machine, just I am writing local host. Right? Now, after this, what is the 3306? Each and every database is running on one port number. Each and every database is running on one port number. This is called default port number of MySQL 3306. Oracle default port number is 1521. Okay, this is about this one. It's called Oracle protocols. It is called IP address. It is called port number. Okay, meaning we are informing that. Okay, where database is running, on which port number it's running. We are informing that. Next, right? Where database running? Where the database running? My database running in my local machine or in some IP address. Okay, on which port number is running? It is running on 3306. Okay, now each and every table is existing. Just like other customer table, right? Okay, now each and every table is existing in one database. What kind of data schema? We are calling it a database schema. MyDB is a schema. You can write anything over here. Whatever you are going to write in the MySQL, that we have to place here. MyDB. Okay, after that we need to provide the username of the MySQL and password of the MySQL. Okay, either we can write like this also. Comma.
I need to configure the database with my Eclipse.
Yes, you have to cover. You have to configure. You have to configure. I will show that how to configure, how to connect, and everything I will show. In first class only I will show that. Okay. Now this is about simple one. This one first one is, look at this. There are 3 parameters in the get connection. The first parameter is the location of the database. Second parameter is username. The third parameter is password.
Okay.
Okay. Once you provide these all the things, if everything goes correct, then what happens? It establishes the connection. Once it is established the connection, we are going to create a statement now.
So it opens this port 3306 and then communicates with using TCP/IP.
Not TCP/IP. This one MySQL.
Okay. So
JDBC MySQL. There's a driver is called thin driver. Yeah, different one.
This is a different protocol.
Yes.
But we are not using browser here.
Here, no, in this example, I'm not using the browser. If you want to use the browser, then we have to introduce the concept called servlet.
So we won't use MySQL anymore then.
We can use the MySQL.
But in browser we need to communicate using TCP/IP, right?
Through browser, right? Through browser, not TCP/IP. Through browser, HTTP.
And through browser is what?
HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
HTTP, but the HTTP TCP/IP is underlying HTTP.
Yes, it's underlying HTTP. You mean to say that without using HTML language?
No, HTML is different
Okay.
language.
Then we can use directly TCP/IP directly. Then we can use directly TCP/IP.
What
If
do you
you want
mean
to
by?
communicate, huh?
If I want to communicate with a database
Okay.
from the browser,
Okay.
which protocol will I use?
TCP/IP only. At the time, TCP/IP direct. You are saying that directly you are hitting the MySQL database.
Yeah.
Then TCP/IP.
So what is HTTP?
HTTP in the sense you are creating one form,
Uh-huh.
HTML form. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That HTML form wants to interact with the database.
Okay.
Then we come to there is a need of HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That we will cover in the servlets concept.
Okay, but ultimately HTTP will use TCP/IP to.
HTTP will use TCP/IP. Yes. It's
Okay.
underlying. On top of the TCP/IP only, there will be HTTP.
Okay.
That is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now after loading the driver, this is called creating the connection. Next, creating the statement over here. Once you create a statement, what you are getting? Statement object you are getting. One is called con in the sense connection, statement in the sense STMT, right? It's called statement object. After creating the statement object, then what happened? We are creating the executing the query. You know this query? Select star from student.
Which query? Execute query?
No, this one. Whatever I highlighted. Select star from student.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a query. What is the use of this query? To retrieve the value from the database.
Okay.
Okay, to retrieve the value from the database. The database having assumed that the student table. From student table, I am retrieving the values.
Okay.
This query I am going to execute based on the execute query method.
Mm-hmm.
This execute query method is executing in the STMT.
Mm-hmm.
Once you say the execute query, then what you are getting? Result set we are getting. Collection of records we are getting.
Mm-hmm.
Those records I am displaying over here. These are what minimum steps we need to follow when we are connected with the database. Simple, I am coming from down to top. Down to top I am coming. Ultimately, I want to pull the data from the student table.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pull the data from the student table. I am writing the query. This query I am writing in the execute query.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, without this execute query, we cannot write this query. We cannot pull the data.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This execute query method is existing in the statement object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that we are getting the statement object before that. This statement object we can get only through connection. If there is no connection, then we cannot get the statement object. So that we are creating.
So you already created the connection object.
We create a connection.
Okay.
Yes,
Fine.
we create a connection object. If you want to create a connection object, first we need to load the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, already we loaded the driver. This is called down to top approach.
Okay.
Loading the driver, creating the connection, creating the statement, and executing the query.
Okay.
They are the minimum rules we need to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is about simple introduction about the JDBC concepts. Okay, already just everything I have replaced into the main method, and it's a simple Java class. What is JDBC? JDBC in the sense again simple Java class only. Right? It looks like simple Java class only, right?
Yeah.
It looks like simple Java class, but we are used one package. The package statement is called Java.SQL.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The package we are implementing here in this concept. It's a simple Java class. Now this program is going to be connected to the database. No doubt in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no doubt in this one. Now actually I have my database. I'll show it.
So is it not possible that we can create a class, JDBC class with all these methods and variables, and then just use that class?
Pardon, I didn't get you.
So this is the JDBC class, right?
Yes.
Which you wrote. We can use this class for other programs we want to write?
You can use, but at the time don't write main method, write another method. Call this method from there.
Okay, so JDBC is something user defined. It's not something in the SQL database.
It's a user defined only. It's not JDBC. JDBC and write your name.
Okay.
That's your issue. It's just I given that for the naming convention. I given the JDBC. It's a user. If you want to give only JD, you can give the JD also.
But it's not defined. It's not a keyword.
It's not a keyword.
Okay.
Are you able to see colors on my desktop? Okay. These are the blue colors, right?
Okay.
These are keywords.
But this word JDBC is.
It's not a keyword. It's not a It's not a keyword. Just it's a predefined word. It's a simple concept. JDBC is a concept. That's it.
Okay, fine.
JDBC is a concept. Java database connectivity. It's like abbreviation. They reduce to JDBC. Java database connectivity. In each and every word, they are taken the first letter. That's it.
Okay.
Right? It's about simple JDBC concepts. Now, once we start the session, if you agree with this one, once we start the session, I will show how the database is to be connected internally. What happens? Okay. Once we see the class that for name internally, what happens? Each and every things I will show when we start the classes. Actually, this is about simple demo classes. This is the way I'm going to teach. I will teach in different style, meaning I'll show the different kinds of examples. Once we complete those examples, you will clarify all your doubts. Whatever doubts you're going to get, all doubts you're going to cover. My examples are not simple examples. I have prepared my examples even in core Java or in advanced Java or in anywhere. Okay, I prepared the example based on student questions. Okay, I have 7 to 8 years of experience in Java. Okay, from that point, from there, the different kinds of students I handle, different kinds of students given different kinds of questions. Based on those questions, I prepare different kinds of answers, solutions. Okay, I'll show those kind of examples. If you know those already, we can skip that. If you don't know, no problem. We will discuss. Then we will discuss. Okay, it's not simply completion. Okay, it just once you tie up with us, then I'm ensure that you will get all the core topics. Until you get, I will not leave you. You do not leave me. That's it. The JDBC connection, servlets, JDBC, right? Whatever topics you want to cover, I will cover all the topics. No issues with that.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, even if you want any refresh, if you want any refresh in core of Java, I will refresh the core of Java also.
No, I don't think I will need any refresher in Java. Maybe a refresher in queries.
Okay, sure. In SQL, I will repeat. Queries, I will repeat. I will show everything.
So how long do you think this will take?
Which one you want? Only advanced Java or frameworks?
You can tell me separately, like how long would frameworks take and how long would advanced
This advanced Java will take nearly 30 sessions.
30 sessions?
30 sessions. 30 sessions in the sense 1 hour session.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
30 sessions through one framework. One framework, Struts framework. You are considering that framework is also advanced Java, right?
Yeah.
Okay. JDBC Servlets JSP. JDBC Servlets JSP. I can cover in 20 sessions. The struts we can cover in another 10 sessions. Total 30 sessions. Still, if you want any framework.
Very long.
There's a huge content, right? I'm going to discuss about each and every one, right?
But I don't think there is so much in there in JDBC. What are the subtopics in JDBC?
I've shown the content to you, right?
Let me see. So in JDBC we have connectivity, types of drivers, database interaction, interface, connection, statement, result set, prepare statement, callable statement, and batch processing.
No. If you are able to grab, if you are able to understand the concept, we can skip. We can skip. We can reduce the sessions.
So
the sessions is not mandatory, right? Okay, the concept, your concept is you should get understand. The moment you get understand, we can skip some sessions.
So why we need server-side programming?
To server-side programming, without server-side programming, we cannot interact with the database, right? The servlet is the server-side programming only. Servlet. The servlet is running only servers, only through server. If there is no server, servlet will not work.
But servlets are basically they are made for servers.
Which one? Servlets.
Servlets, yeah, and
yeah, servlets totally depends on servers.
Right, and they process different requests from
yes.
the clients.
Yes.
And the clients can request for data, or they can send some data.
Yes.
Okay. Is it not used for dynamic refreshing, auto refreshing?
Yeah, we can use that one also.
What else does it is it used for?
Dynamic refreshing.
Other than dynamic refreshing and then data queries and other things.
In servlets, you are asking that?
Yeah.
See. Include and forward method is a powerful topic. Right? Get request and post request. Right? Session tracking. These are powerful applications. Now come to JSP. They are the JSP topics.
JSP is not a replacement of servlets, right?
It's one kind of replacement, but not full-fledged. When we say the framework concept, you are asking the framework, right? Start framework, this and that. When we come to the framework concept, we will use the JSP at the same time servlets also. Both we have to use. There is no replacement of servlet to JSP and JSP to servlet. Each and every concept is having their own functionality, their own advantages and disadvantages.
So basically, JSP is used for developing web pages, right?
Yeah, web pages and at the same time database connectivity.
Right.
Yes.
So, but JSP can use servlets inside them, right?
Yes, we can use. Automatically, each and every JSP is converted into servlet.
But why are you saying that they are a replacement of servlets?
No, I'm not saying that replacement of servlet. Replacement of servlet in the sense the function which we are going to do by the servlet, we cannot do through JSP. When we start the framework concept, then you will get understand what the difference between the JSP and servlet. When you are doing the normal coding, normal functionality, normal as a learner, normal functionality, but you are thinking that both are looking same, JSP and servlet. But it's all times it's not correct. Just now you said that dynamic refreshing, right? The dynamic refreshing through servlet it's difficult, but through JSP it's very easy.
Why is it difficult through servlet?
Through servlet in the sense, always the servlet is try to invoke the different page, not the same page. When I come to JSP, the JSP can hit same page or at the same time different page also. Okay, when the servlet is loading the one HTML page, one page, the entire page will be loaded. But when it comes to JSP, we can load the part of the page. Not a concept.
So is it because of the structure of the servlet class, which is already defined in the library?
Yeah, that is a different library. This is a different library. Another one is servlet is a total Java-based language. JSP is like tag-based language.
Oh, okay.
JSP totally tag-based language.
But it used JavaScript, right, inside it?
We can use JavaScript. We can use JSP script. Total things we can use.
Right.
In HTML directly we can write JSP, or in JSP directly we can write HTML. Okay. Right? Java servlet is a compile. We need to compile. We need to deploy. But JSP need not compile.
So it does not need libraries during.
Yes, we have the libraries also. JSP also having the libraries. Javax.
So it would need to load the definitions from the library.
Yes, definitely compulsory. It's having the libraries.
So why doesn't it need any compilation?
Compilation means automatically it is done by the servlet. Sorry, server.
Okay.
I'll show one simple example to you.
So you have been teaching Java.
See, are you able to see this one? It's a simple page. It's called scripting based, tag based. I'm teaching Java. Tell me.
You are teaching Java?
You're asking some question, right?
Yeah, I'm asking you, how long have you been teaching Java?
Yeah, from 6 to 8 years onwards. See, the simple JSP tag.
Right. So, why is tag light? I mean, it is light and the class is heavy.
Which one? Tag.
Yeah.
Tag will be interpreted. Class will not be interpreted. Class must be compiled, but tag can be interpreted directly.
What's the difference between interpretation and compilation?
Compilation means what? Each and every code will be, right? The compilation. 1 minute. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. The compile in the sense the compiler will convert the code. Okay, that converted code will be stored separately. Okay, meaning there is separate memory location for the converted code. When I come to the interpreter, it converts the code, but the converted code will not be saved separately. Okay, it's called runtime conversion, temporary conversion. Once it is executed, again it will be vanished. That is one of the reason to lightweight. I hope you know that the moment you compile a Java code, there is a conversion of bytecode, right? That bytecode will be saved in one file. The file is called dot class. Clear? The dot class, it will be stored into the dot class. Okay, the dot class file is having some memory, but when I come to the HTML, there is no conversion at all. It's an interpretation. All tag-based languages are interpreted languages.
So it takes time for interpretation every time, right? Every time it has to interpret whenever it executes the code.
Yeah, there are some drawbacks also. But memory, in the case of memory pattern and everything, and one more thing is, it will be interpreted, but it waits for some time, like temporary memory, RAM, like RAM memory. Okay, the moment there's an execution, the moment there's an output, it will not be closed immediately. It takes some time until we shut down the server. Yeah, it will be stored in some cache, some temporary memory.
Okay.
No memory wastage concept.
Okay, fine. So you will cover all those things in. We have to try to cover all of them in 3 weeks.
Within 3 weeks? Okay, sure, no problem. No issues for me.
So can you give like 2 hours every day?
2 hours every day at what time?
From 6:30. I think it would be 6 a.m. your time and 8:30 EST.
No, my time is 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, my time 6:30 a.m. Okay, no problem. I can give one and a half hour time.
You can give 2 hours every day?
Yeah, I can give.
Okay, fine. Then I will inform, I think, Sudeep.
Okay.
And then we can schedule the time of the class, and if you can start from tomorrow, that would be great.
Okay, sure.
Okay, all right.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.